Hello and welcome. In this short video, we're going to look at collections and analyze. So what is a collection? A collection is a group of captures, and it's a way we can start organizing them into logical groups. And this could be because we're, say, working on multiple stories in a feature. So I want to put all my captures together for a feature. Sometimes it's because we have a business process. Say within human resources, we've got like annual reviews processes, we've got new onboarding processes, we've got annual bonus processes, and we want to put collections together to compare those business processes. Now, a couple things to know. A single capture can be included in more than one collection. Collections will support the repeated paths and repeated steps, those buttons in the UI you're used to seeing. Captures in a collection will still support generation of assets and documentation, all those things together. So basically all the things you can do to an individual capture from the listing page are also supported there. Now, the way we'll put our captures into collection could be from the capture listing page. We could specify one during import, or we can do group activities. So we can select multiples, or we can do it from a step activity or a repeated steps. So let's look in the user interface. So right here, I've opened up my capture. And if I go to my uploaded process, you can see here I have a collection name. There's some different collections. So if I type, it will start limiting the ones that are there. Or I can say, give it a new name, it'll create that. I'm just going to drag and drop an XML in. So I can see I now have my captures and I have a new collection, right? So this allowed me to add it into here. I can remove that, and now I can see I do have my collections. If I come over here, we've got the certify automation, we've got the documentation we've created, and we have this new icon for collections. So if I click on my collections, I can actually put, I can see that I've added this capture into there, right? I can also see some information about it, like whose captures they were, filter by who created them and such. So I'm going to come back over to my main page. Now let's go customize this. So show me all of the captures, say from, do I want to start with August? No, let's go back another month. Let's go back another month, say from July 1st to today. Okay, so looks like I've got seeing 50 of 48 captures. So from here, you can see we now have a multi-select. So I can select all of these, and this orange button will highlight, which will let me add to collections. Or I can actually pick a couple here. Say I want to highlight these two, I want to add them to a collection. So the same thing happens. I can select an existing one, or I can add a new one. Okay. Now this action is also available on individual rows. So here I can see I have add to collection, shows up here. So this allows me to add individuals to my collections. Okay. So now in the bigger picture, I want to create these different collections. I want to select them. I want to search for them and find them. Now, in reality, I may not want to come through and select them individually like this. I may want to do something like show me an activity flow with VL01N. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to filter and find that I have 24 captures that have deliveries in them. Okay, so I could actually add these individually, or let's see what happens when I do a repeated path by activity flow. So I've got 10 of these orders. So if I do an add to collection here, what it will do is it'll take these 10 and put them in the collection. So you'll notice it was sticky. It remembered my collection, so I don't have to keep repicking it. Remember, if I want to know which ones those were, I can actually see them here. I'll come back. Maybe I'm interested in these three here. I'll add them. Now the other place is on repeated paths by steps. So if you're confused on what the difference is between activity flows and steps, there's a YouTube that just explains the differences, so I encourage you to look at those in the channel. So I can see this simple order, there's 6 of these, 2 of these, and 2 of these. Okay, I'm going to go in and add these in to that collection. Now, you may be thinking, well, what's happened if a collection or a capture was in this list here? See these simple orders? Or if they also existed in this repeated paths by activity flow. Well, it's fine. They can be, I can select them twice. It will not put them, see some of these simple orders by Ty Henson were had the same activity flow also. It will not put them in there twice. It'll go in and put them in, and then if you try to add it a second time, it's fine. It won't get you an error message. It'll just put them in there. So now that we have this collection, here's my collection. I have 19 different captures in it, and these are specific to my sales orders. I can do my different searching inside of here, so I can say, show me ones that have different activities or different names. You can see here, some of these start as Fiori orders. Some of these are actually SIPT codes. That's great. I still have the ability to start doing my repeated paths here, so I can see which ones have similar activities. I can do repeated steps to see which ones are the exact input fields with different rows of data. All the things you would expect are here. I can actually generate my documentation. I can generate my automation. I can export my data. So all the things that you're used to seeing from the capture listing are also available in collections. But what this does is it allows me to put captures from different points in time. So I actually selected, if we come back to my original filter, I selected a specific number of months here. But if I want to do, I actually want to come back to my capture listing and say, okay, I picked some captures from 7 to 8. Well, maybe I know that 2 months ago I had some of these. Oops, let's go backwards. Maybe I want to take and look in May. And say, okay, do we have any orders inside of May? Well, actually, yeah, I actually want to add all these there also. So I can say, these are all of them from May. I'll do a multi-select. That's all. I have this paginated 50 on a page, so I just got them all. And I'll go in and add these to my collection. And so now what's happened is my collection has captures from 2 different time periods. So I can see them from currently, and I'll just reverse the sort order and say find ones that are back from May. So the nice things is if someone has say started an order, then they've done a delivery. Some of these happen on Monday, some of these happen on Wednesday, maybe some of these happen say 6 weeks ago because there were 3 sprints in the past. You can do your date filters, you can capture by filter by user, by name, by activity flow, put them into a collection, and now my collection gives me all the different information to start doing my comparisons. So this allows me to get a little more interesting in my comparing of paths and that. And what we'll see is that we'll keep expanding more and more actions within these collections. So thank you and have a great day.